know why I always be yelling. I tell y'all it every time the show starts, but I just be yelling. But I know why I'm yelling today, because I keep trying to tell y'all, this is like the best track and field show that ain't a track and field show, but that's a track and field show that they need to make a track and field show. Somebody call NBC, because we coming. The only reason why I'm so excited today is because, once again, I managed to do what can't be done, and I pulled out another track runner to come on Raes Take. That's Micheal Rodgers right there. Yeah, I told y'all. Didn't think I could do it, did you? But I did. 3 days out from the race. Mike Rodgers! What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man? What's going on, Ray? What's going on, man?
Man,
what we doing today? What we doing?
I can tell you first and foremost, let me get some real value on you for these people, man. First of all, I appreciate you even doing this. Just like I tell everybody.
You right.
Because you could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here with me, like Jay say. Alright? So, normally, this is the point in time when I allow people to tell who they are. You know, just like with Barber Twins. But I'm going to do it this time for him. Okay? I'm going to do this. Micheal Aloysius Rodgers. Bro, you got 3 world championship medals. You got an Indo medal. You got 3 world relay medals. You got 2 Pan American medals. You got 3 Continental Cup medals. You done won USA Indo. You done won USA Outdoor. So you got to give them a medal. Bro, it sounds like you got a medal at every damn thing there is to get a medal at in track and field, except for the Olympics. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I thought so.
You're right.
I thought so. I thought it was. I didn't have to do my homework because I already knew myself. But I just want to do my homework to pretend like I'm a real reporter. I got a paper. I don't even need this paper. Anyway, but back to my point. Bro, why? I'm going to ask you so you can tell the people, because the people want to know just like I want to know. Why is it that you have been able to get a medal in every other thing else except for the Olympics games? And also, do you feel like this year's the year that curse will finally be broken?
Man, to be honest, Ray, I feel like I ran myself into the ground. Like, I'd be too tired around Olympic year, and then I don't be healthy. I haven't been healthy not one Olympic season. 2008, the first Olympic trial, they just didn't take me because I was a new face, small school, politics. 12, 18, broke my foot, sent me home. 16, I was hurt with a partial tear adductor, but I ran anyway. But we got DQ'd for a centimeter before the zone.
I remember that.
Changed the rule the day after.
All right, wait, hold on though. Before we go any further, wasn't you part of that little centimeter? 2 people? Was that you or was it somebody else?
It was me.
I thought so.
Me and Gavin.
I thought so.
Me and Gavin.
Tell me what happened then. Tell me what happened from the horse's mouth. What the hell happened at that point in time with you and Gat that y'all didn't get that enough? What happened?
The thing was, I was coming in so hot that I ran up on him. And then I put the stick out there, but they said we for the zone. But I held on to the stick till we was in the zone. Mm-hmm. So they came up with this elaborate story like, oh, y'all was a centimeter. How can you see a centimeter? Okay.
Hey,
a centimeter.
A centimeter. But not only that,
a centimeter.
To me, the funny part was the fact that you and Gat both, y'all been, and when I say relays, I don't mean just the World Championship. I'm talking about the relay camps. I'm talking about the Texas relays. I'm talking about America versus Great Britain. I'm talking about even the little small ones. Y'all been doing relays for so long to where y'all can do it literally with your eyes closed. So when I first heard it, I was like, I ain't no conspiracy theorist, but you can't convince me that these two right here mess up a relay. They've been running relays for 30 years. What I mean by that is like as little kids. Been running relays forever.
And then the thing was, they was like, because of the contact of the baton, it came before the zone. Now it ain't even no first zone, it's just the end of the zone now because of that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I know there was some bull.
Well, we all saw it. We all believe it. We all know that, it wasn't what was supposed to happen, but it happened. Stick didn't get around, but we'll get back to that. All right, so check it. You had said something very important, and the one thing I've always said to you and about you is the fact that Micheal Rodgers is probably, without a shadow of a doubt, in my opinion, one of the top 5 U.S. sprinters in history. Okay? I'm explaining to y'all why I feel that way, because I know how y'all gonna try and jump on my back about my opinion, so I'm explaining it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go explain it right now. I just gave you the rundown. The man done been at every damn thing there is to be at in track and field, okay? He's been at every damn thing there is. He's won both of them. Now, same way how I look at everything, how you look at sports, just like I tell y'all about Charles Barkley, like I tell y'all about a whole lot of people, Dan Marino. These people are in the Hall of Fame in their respective sport and never won a championship. So at some point, in track and field, we got to stop basing our athletes' greatness off of, well, did you get a medal? Well, did you win the whole damn thing? I might not have won the whole damn thing, but I've been to every championship, and I got plenty of goddamn medals. And on top of that, the one thing that I'll say about you is the fact that a lot of people forget that all the way back in 2007, you was at USA Championships. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was running 10-10 in 2007. And then in 2008, when you started hitting it in indoor, everybody's like, well, where he coming from? Where he come from? Well, I can tell you where he came from. He was just working at Foot Locker. I can tell you where he came from. He was working at Foot Locker, so he had to quit Foot Locker so he could actually focus on track and field. And then the minute he did that, he went and won U.S. Indoor. So to me, you know, and that was 2008. Here we are in 2021, and you're still being talked about. You're still in the premier races. You're still finishing championships. The last championship we had, you finished 3rd. That's a bronze medal. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I look at it like that. Your longevity in the sport should solidify how great you are in the sport. That's just how I feel. I just want to say that, why I can say that. Now, back to what I'm about to ask you. What made you change up this year to finally actually, what I say is, prepare like a top U.S. sprinter? What made you say, you know what, I'm not going to run all these races. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to chill out and I'm going to finally take the Floyd Mayweather approach and be ready when it's time to be ready? What made you decide to do that?
For one, I've been chasing money and hustling all these years. I just stacked up enough bread and opened up businesses and did what I need to do to be comfortable. So now I could be comfortable about getting ready for these races. And I have a training partner just as fast as me. So it's pushing me in practice available to be ready when it's time to race.
So basically, hold on. I'm cutting him out. Because I've had this type of argument with other people before. So basically what he's saying is, because there's another fast horse in his stable that he's training with, it's preparing him for his races when he go out. I just wanted to put that out there because I know somebody going to be watching and know exactly who I'm talking to. And I try to tell you, now you heard it right here what the man said. Now go ahead and carry on. Finish on.
So when I'm in practice and I'm getting competition, like I'm getting competition at a premier race, that's helping me get ready for these races. Example, this Saturday, to do whatever I need to do or practice what I would feel in the race. Now, my training partner, Medalist from Liberia, he ran 10:01 already this year.
He did.
So
he did.
Me measuring myself at practice and like, okay, I'm at least go out there and run that or faster. You know what I'm saying? But it depends how I go out there and execute. Now, the risk of not racing as much is not being as sharp. But I feel like I'm getting the reps in practice to be sharp. So Saturday, I feel like if I can execute and the weather is good, or I could just run a solid race, I'll run what I need to run.
Okay, see, that leads me into one of my questions that I wanted to ask you. How are you looking at this race? Like, are you going into this race like it's like a race? I'm finna run, or is this just like another practice, another stop on your way to getting prepared to like the trials or for the trials? How you viewing this race?
See, I'm gonna tell y'all something. So I looked at 2019. I was killing. Won every race part. Maybe the only race I didn't win was USA's at Oslo that year because Christian Coleman beat me. But didn't nobody else beat me. Andre DeGrasse, nobody. Gatlin didn't even beat me before trials.
Yeah.
After trials, lost to Christian.
Yeah.
And that second half of the season, I was kind of cooked.
Yeah.
I got all the way to Doha. I ain't had that in the tank. I ended up hurting my hamstring in relay practice, and I wasn't healthy. But I looked at Andre DeGrasse, how he was racing that year.
Mm-hmm.
When he got to Doha, he was so primed up and ready. By the time he got to the finals, he had PB, and he raced way less than me. I said, hold on, that's a formula right there. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? All this money I made this year, I'm gonna put it to the side. I'm gonna put it towards my body and staying healthy and just training and getting ready for the Olympics. Even though COVID kind of held me back last year, what I did was I stopped training all together last year. Then went on the circuit and ran myself into some type of shape for the fall so I could be in shape for this year. So when indoor came this year, I was already halfway in shape, but I hadn't touched the track. I had only touched the track for 3 weeks indoor, and I went and ran 652 with 3 races. So I was like, all right, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. So I ran 10:05 in Micheal, but I didn't run in the A section. I ran in the B section.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I ran in the B section. I ran in the B section because, like, you know what? I don't know where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I haven't did anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I ran 10:05. It was windy, but it was 10:05, and I've never opened up that pass. Everybody was like, why wasn't you in the A section? I was like, well, because I didn't run well the first round because I hadn't had no races. The gun went off and I was still in the blocks.
Mm-hmm.
So I did what I needed to do to make it to the next round. But when I got comfortable, got another race on my belt on 10:05, I said, okay, now I know what it's going to take for me to get on the podium in the Olympics. I just got to keep chipping away at it, chipping away at it. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't know this is still relay season. We will be at 10 relays this weekend.
Yeah, you know what? You hit, man, listen. When I had my whole first show about Sha'Carri and all that stuff, we'll talk about that later. That was the one thing that I was stressing so much as to why I was saying I'm not understanding, because we're still in relay season. Like, technically, if you look at how track field went before COVID, pre-COVID, this is pin relay weekend. Track season ain't even started yet. Track season don't start until freaking the first weekend of May. So, you know, with you saying that, like, yeah, that to me means a lot. But also, I think one of the reasons why y'all are running so fast is because of what you said. COVID allowed everybody to actually sit down. Because if you can't race, you can't turn your body up. So now your body actually gets a chance to heal. And then what you did, your approach was letting it heal. And then even though it's healed, I'm still not going to go press it. I'm going to do 2-3 here. I'm going to touch up. Okay. And then I'm going to go see what it feels like in Miramar. Give me a little small race. Okay. So for me, it sounds like you are taking an extremely professional and smart approach to what you are doing now. And the reason why I say is because I remember 2019. I mean, we talked damn near every track meet. So I remember the race with you and Gat. And a lot of folks don't remember that race. And I'm sitting here like, y'all don't remember he was like pointing at Gat like, you not ready this year? And then you went downhill after that. And at that point, I already knew. I was like, when you hit that, it was like 10:06 then, something like that. I was like, he done. I literally had called it. I was like, he done. He done. What I mean by he done is like, he's not gonna go no faster. And not that, you know how we are. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even have to explain it. Me saying that, it was because from a track and field standpoint and understanding your body, understanding how you train. When you hit that, I was like, he's not gonna be ready for World Championships. But like you say, you learn from that. So that's the most important thing. All right, let's get on past that. Now, all right, we about to get into the part that everybody is really watching for this weekend, Oregon, because he racing. So you know what time it is. It's my time. It's Raes Take time. You know, I might say some stuff that he ain't gonna agree with, but that's what we here for, and that's what the debate on Raes Take is for. All right, Mr. Rodgers, you are running the 100 this weekend. It's you. It's Baker. Gat pulled out. You, Baker, Bromell.
Baker pulled out too.
What? See, this is why you gotta be watching Raes Take, because we get the information first. Wait, he pulled out too?
Yeah, he got COVID, so he
got COVID. Oh yeah, he pulled out of the world. You talking about pulled out the track? You pulled out the world, sir. You were pulled out the world. You cannot be here today. You can't run no more. Okay, so now you bringing it down to rightfully, no disrespect to any other runners, but I'm basing it off of who's done what. Now you just have pretty much you and Trayvon. So, which is actually ironic because I like to say that Micheal Rodgers has had the best starts in track and field a few times. He's one of the best starters. That's why he keeps winning indoors and stuff. A lot of people like to say Trayvon Bromell got the better start. So now this is actually going to be pretty decent to see you and him only lock up then. How do you feel about that? Just you and Trayvon locking up. And do you feel like, even though you ain't in your prime, do you feel like you're going to beat him? I'm going to ask the question. Do you feel like you're going to beat him?
I'm going to tell you this. I feel like right now in my training, he's probably a little bit sharper than me right now. A little bit sharper than me. But I've been doing stuff at training for the back end. And I feel like there's certain people in this race who back end can make you break form in the middle of the race.
This is also
prime example, Noah Lyles. He can mess up the whole race. He can. Because his top end is crazy. He might not start, but he can run by in the last 50, 60 meters. You know what I'm saying?
These
so
facts.
My thing is, well, I can say in Boston indoors, Bromell got one of them rocket starts. I stayed patient and I went by him. Sometimes you gotta just be patient and not bake on that start. It is 40 more meters outside. I don't care if you in 6'3", 6'4", whatever you gonna run it. The only person I've seen with some insane top end after 60 is Christian Coleman. That's the only person I've seen hold it. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, who gonna have the best last 40 meters on Saturday? Who gonna execute that part of the race the best? That's who's gonna win the race on Saturday.
Well, I can say that you have learned a lot because, again, 2019, because I was there. I remember watching it, and at 60, you was not making that team. At 70, you wasn't making that team. At 80, you had a shot. At 85, you was really close. At 90, you made the team. So yeah, and that's one thing I'll say that was said about you in the beginning of your career, like, oh, Mike gonna come back to you. So now that your mindset is now it's the last 40. The one thing that I'm hearing from you now is another reason why I would say you would have to be one of the greatest sprinters in the U.S. history, because you're showcasing your growth and your knowledge of the sport. You understood, okay, this was messing me up, so let me change this up. You understood that, okay, well, this race pattern ain't working. And you also have been open enough to look at other people's blueprint, which a lot of track people won't do. They'll look at folks like, oh, you want to try that. You literally like, well, you know what? I kind of peeped what the grass was doing, and then he, you know what I'm saying? That's a smart athlete. That's a LeBron James type of athlete. You're studying your opponents, and it's like, okay, well, if I'm getting to this point and you beating me up, but you ain't okay, well, again, that'll test for what you have learned in this sport, 100%. So I would say it like this here, because this is the part where I cause all the controversy that I usually can try and cause the most of. I had you counted out, period. When I say period, I didn't have you nowhere in my top 3. Matter of fact, I said, when it originally came out, I said Gat was gonna win it, and then I said Baker's gonna get second, and I said Bromell's gonna get third, and that's why I stopped at. I ain't gonna lie to you. No, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't put you on the podium for this weekend worth a damn, all right? Now, again, I have my reasons for not putting you on the podium. And my reason for not putting you on the podium is I really looked at you as the old Mike. I was like, he ain't gonna do no good, because if Mike running right here, and this time of year, Mike usually be snapping, so Mike ain't got it. So that's why I was like, he's not gonna do it. But after hearing you now, I'm like, well, shit, let me think about it because that's the recipe. That's literally the recipe. The recipe is, I'm gonna wait. Well, I apologize, but I still don't think you're gonna beat Trayvon tomorrow. I'm gonna tell you like it is. I don't think you're gonna beat him at all. But I do think you'll beat him when it matters, and that's all that matters is you beating people when it matters. I try to tell folks all the time. Time doesn't mean anything. It's can you do it when it's time. It's not about now. It's not about now at all. It's not about now at all. Time. Mike, I think I had one more question for you before I get you out this thing while I got you on this thing, man. You know what? I got a new subscriber right while you on there. And that's why we do this. Y'all saw it. Right while we on the show, we got a new subscriber. Why? Because they waiting for this episode to drop. They waiting for the episode to drop. That's right. Okay, so check it. I've already had the liberty, or took the liberty, of checking the weather for y'all on Saturday. It is horrible. When I say horrible, you got the high at 3 o'clock. It's going to be 52 degrees and raining. I've been in those conditions, just like you've been in those conditions. Explain to me how you overcome those type of elements when it's time to still go out there and run.
I'm gonna tell you this: I done traveled the whole world and going to Gateshead and London. You gonna see that weather all the time. So I'm prepared for it. And the weather in Texas the last couple of weeks been bad.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's go whoever. It is gonna be whoever can handle the weather the best Saturday. It's gonna win their race. It ain't gonna be no. It might not be a fast time. It might not be none of that. You just gotta go out there and execute. Like everybody, the weather in all 8 lanes. So it's whoever execute the best in that weather. That's who's gonna win.
It's like
2 rounds, not 1.
Ooh, it's 2 times. Yeah, y'all do got 2 rounds. Y'all got 2 rounds. It's like we used to always say.
50 minutes.
50 minutes apart. It's like we used to always say. The day that is raining in my lane only, is the day I'm gonna get worried. As long as it's raining in everybody else's lane, y'all finna get it in the rain. That's basically what he's saying. I'm just gonna sum it up. The day it's raining in your lane only, or my lane only, that's the day I'm gonna get worried. Outside of that, the conditions are the same for everybody. Now, before I get off this thing, I want you to take yourself out the picture first though, because you'll be biased, all right? Take yourself completely out of the picture. I don't want to say if, we just going to say, hypothetically speaking, there was no Michael Rodgers at USA Track and Field Nationals. Lord, we don't wish that to happen, but it's for the show. If there was no Michael Rodgers, give me your top 3 in the 100-meter dash.
Ooh. Right now, if I had to go off stuff right now.
You got to go off it right now because we don't know what's going to happen to come.
I would say Baker, Gatlin, and Trayvon right now.
In that order? In that order?
In that order. In that order.
So in that order, you gonna say, if there's no Michael Rodgers, in that order, Baker, Gat, Trayvon?
Yeah.
Hell no, man. No. See, first of all, you can't say that. We represent the old head crew. You can't put the youngster in front of Gat. No matter what, we gotta always say Gat. You can't turn on the old heads, man.
I'm gonna tell you why. One reason why I'm tell you why.
Tell me why.
Because he's never made a team individual. He's trying to prove a fucking point. And you know when somebody trying to prove a point, they come through. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, that's me and you 2009.
That man been getting 4th, 5th for the last 3 world championship teams, Olympic teams. That man, he got a little monkey wrench now that having COVID. So I don't know because trials is a month ahead, but if trials is next month, we all be in trouble. I'm telling you that right now.
So check it. I'm gonna tell y'all real fast why that resonates. So, I gotta tell them a story. 2009, Texas Relays, okay? Keeping in mind, 2008, Mike won Indo Nationals. I got 3rd, close 3rd. Mike won 654. No, was it 54? No, you was faster than that. It was 52, and then Leroy went 56. I went 57. It's 2008, okay? 2009, me and Michael Rodgers at Texas Relays. Don't nobody really know. They know us, but they don't know about us. We sitting down in the bleachers. Exactly. I don't ran the 100. He don't ran 4x1. And we just had a personal conversation. And I was like, you know what? Bro, let's stop bullshitting. Let's stop bullshitting. Let's do this shit. Literally, that's exactly what I said. I was like, let's do this shit. Like, we not playing no more. Like, we finna go show them that me and you are just as great and just as fast as everybody else. True story, y'all. And guess what happened? When, like he said about Baker, once you get that, you got something to prove in track and field. We was at Prefontaine, and y'all don't remember this. In lane 1, he dropped 9.8 on all the big names. Asafa, everybody. Everybody. Don't nobody like to talk about, like, 2009 year because that was one of his greatest years. And the reason why it was so great is literally because of what he just said about Baker that I didn't know nothing about. Once you get it made up in your mind, like, I got something to prove, that gonna drive you more than anything. And if that be the case, Baker finna wear y'all ass out. You ain't going to talk to your buddy. You can come on, sit down and me, be a co-host on the show. Because if that the case, you ain't going to make it. I'm tell you now, if that the case, I'm changing everything up. I'm going to say Ronnie Baker going to win. And then Christian Coleman going to come out of retirement out of the band the week before. And he going to goddamn drop the second place. And then I'm going to say, Tyson gonna come back out of nowhere, and he gonna man, look, I'm making these names up in numbers because I don't really know. I don't know what y'all gonna do. I haven't the slightest idea. I'm gonna tell you, honest to God truth. And that's the beauty about where we at in track season right now. It's relay season, so it's the fun part. You really don't know what anybody gonna do because anything can happen between now and June. That's a whole 6 weeks. Anything can happen. So, y'all know what? This has probably been one of my greatest shows because I was able to have one of the greatest sprinters ever on here. Mike, I truly appreciate you. You already know that. You know I'm be at the trials. You already know I'm be out there. I'll be out there trying to see what's going on. You already know I'm be out there. Man, I appreciate you. And you already know, as always, man, do what you gotta do. You already know. Hit me. Text me, see me, whatever. You already know. We ain't got to tell everybody else. All right?
I'll tell everybody.
All right. I appreciate it, brother.
You having me, Raes.
All right. No problem, man.
Appreciate you having me.
All right. No problem.
All
right, Joe. All right, Joe. That's it. It's over with. Damn it. I'm tired of bringing y'all people. Bye. But subscribe because you don't know who I'm going to come on the thing next. Bye.